So, recently it came out in the news that Devin Haney is suing Ryan Garcia for battery, fraud, and breach of contract. So, I just thought I'd give my thoughts on the situation. So, what drug did Ryan Garcia get banned from? Well, it was Ostarine, which is a drug that helps you maintain muscle mass if you're going on a cut, like a weight cut, trying to make weight. However, obviously, it would be weird for Ryan Garcia to have been taking this because he wasn't taking it throughout, the camp. It was just tests before and after the fight that he'd done it. So it would be strange to, take a supplement right at the end when you're not getting any results from it. And, it's a supplement that you take for a weight cut. And let's not forget that Ryan Garcia didn't even do a weight cut. He said at the press conference, look, I'm not going to make the weight. I don't want to drain myself. Look, Haney, I'll pay you £1 million for me to fight without doing the weight cut. Haney agreed, and so they fought. And Garcia has taken the punishment, which I think was quite clever because you don't want to end up in a situation like Conor Ben where everything's just up in the air and you have no idea what's happening. So he took the punishment, a year-long ban, which I think is fair because even if he didn't intentionally take the substance was still in his body at the time of the fight, giving him an unfair advantage. So after Garcia got tested positive, he sent off his hair follicles for review to see if they had any of the Ostarine in it. And it didn't, which means that the Ostarine in his system was a very small amount and was most likely from one of the supplements that he'd been taking. Ashwagandha, he said, was the most likely. And we have seen in the past boxers have, had negative tests as a result of things like pre-workout, eggs, supplements, and you have to be very careful as a fighter, to make sure that, 100% what's going in your body. Every drink, every supplement, every food thing gets checked 100%, That's part of the job, and it's your fault if you don't do it. I think the most likely reason Haney felt so sort of stunned in there was probably the weight difference. And weighed in 3 pounds over, and, Garcia is already such a power puncher that that extra weight just would have really given him a boost in strength. So that probably had more of a part to play in Haney's beating than the, Ostarine, in my opinion. Obviously, Haney's come out and said that he's suing Garcia for battery, fraud, and breach of contract, which it feels a little bit harsh. Like, I feel like Ryan's already, paying his sentence. He's banned for a year. He's had to pay fines. It feels a bit harsh. I don't know if it's a good look as a fighter. He said he doesn't want to fight him again because he's too strong. But it's like, you're a fighter. Like, you look at someone like Anthony Joshua who's trying to get back in the win with Danny Dubois after being knocked out in 5 rounds. It's like, as a fighter, as a man, surely you want to regain your honor by fighting in the ring. That's how you're gonna get your honor, get your pride back, get your confidence back. Is winning money in a court settlement, is it even gonna make you feel good? I guess you might feel like you've won one over on him, but I feel like a lot of the fight community just might be like, look, this guy's a bitch. He won't fight him, so he's going, through these back routes of the court to, get some money out of him. I don't know if it's a good look, really. Garcia, he seems to have taken it quite well. He went to Instagram saying, the only thing Haney has is he struggled with my left hook syndrome. So personally, I do feel it's a bit harsh on Ryan Garcia even. As I said, I've generally just given him the benefit of the doubt anyway for whether he took the drug intentionally or not. He's already got a year out the ring. He's already paid his fines. I think we've seen worse examples of, fighters going in, testing positive for drugs and, getting knocked out cold, for example. So yeah, it feels a bit harsh on Ryan Garcia, in my opinion. Also, interestingly, even if you are taking, these PEDs, there's not Chris Miller-Smith was saying this, there's not necessarily a drug you can take that's going to make you a better boxer. You can't take a drug to give you a better jab or to, increase your boxing IQ. So, even if this Ostarine gave him a marginal improvement in his physical capabilities, you still got outboxed, you still got beat up a bit. So, yeah, that's just my take on the situation. I feel it's harsh on Ryan Garcia, who I feel has already paid for his crimes, and I don't know if it's a good look for Devin Haney. I feel like as a fighter, if you want your pride, confidence, and self-esteem back, just beat the guy that beat you up. It's pretty simple. Like, I don't know really what a court ruling is going to do. Like, does he need more money? Like, he's rich as it is. Like, personally, I think you just fight him again. Say, look, he was he was on PEDs. I can beat him when he's not on PEDs, and just do everything you can to avoid Ryan's left hand. You know, he's not a power puncher the way Tank is, so he can't necessarily hurt him, but you know, he's a very defensive boxer anyway. I don't think his dad was very helpful either. His dad was like, oh, this is war, we're gonna kill him. I think if you go back to the boxing fundamentals, you know, do everything in that power to avoid the left hand, head movement, you know, move your way around the ring, outbox him for 12 rounds, and you know, you've gained your honor, your self-esteem, your confidence, you've gained it all back, right? I just don't think he wants it. I don't think he wants to go in there with Ryan Garcia again. I don't think he'd faced a power punch like that before. At least that's what he said in the interview, that he came out afterwards straight away. I mean, if he doesn't want Ryan Garcia, who else is there for him to fight? I mean, it's quite a stacked division. Obviously, I mean, you've got the likes of, you know, Jack Catterall, Josh Taylor. Obviously, he's fought Lomachenko, Kambosos. But I think Ryan Garcia is the one that everyone wants to see, right? So leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.